dynamic with me and Felder was I met him in high school. He was a really good guitar player. He could play really good Chet Atkins stuff, finger picking. He knew stuff that I didn't know. He knew he knew electric guitar players that I didn't know, and he knew stuff that I didn't know. And so he was a good guy for me to meet. And so then we were in a top 40 band in Gainesville, Florida, for a year and a half at least, until I had to join the Army Reserve because I was going to get drafted. Me and the lead singer both had to join it, and the thing kind of fell apart. So Felder and I were in a band. We lived not that far apart from each other. Our parents did. And Tom Petty also lived within 4 blocks of me and Felder. And my little brother Tom was in Mudcrutch, was the same age as Petty. But anyway, so me and Felder knew each other from Florida. Then I got the call to go and join Hearts and Flowers, and I left in late '67 and left Felder there in Florida. Well, he then went to the Berklee School of Music in Boston, not affiliated with Berklee in California. The Berklee School of Music, spelled with 2 E's on the end, not EY, is in Boston, Massachusetts. So it was a very highly regarded music school. And he went there for several years and was in a band up there called Flow. And then the Eagles happened, and we were coming through town, and I called him or he called me. He came down to the show, and maybe more than one time, different couple gigs. But anyway, I remember he was kind of playing and showing off for the other guys in my band. And they were like, oh, yeah, like you're really a rock guitar player, man. And so then he moved to L.A., and I helped him. He came and slept on my floor with his young family. He got a place. I got him a job at Geffen Roberts Management Company playing with somebody else in their office, David Blue, and then he played with Crosby and Nash. So now he's on the scene. He's in our management office, and I guess he was working on Henley and Fry, I think. And interestingly, I thought Glenn Fry was a really good, focused electric guitar player, rock and roll electric guitar player. Not really fancy, but Glenn had that gift of playing something simple that people could understand, and could remember. He kind of went for the middle of the matter, and Felder had been to this fancy music school, and he knew a lot of fancy licks and stuff. He was a really great guitar player, but it was a different dynamic, And so anyway, the guys came to me and said, we think we want to have Felder in the band. What do you think about that? And honestly, I had already kind of seen the writing on the wall that it was going to become the Don and Glenn show, and I was already kind of thinking maybe I won't be in this for a very long time. So I said, okay. And my attitude was, well, if I'm going to leave, better that a friend of mine gets the gig, But then I stayed for a year and a half, and we did most of it. We already had a couple of cuts. We already had Best of My Love and You Never Cry Like a Lover for the third album, On the Border. But then we changed producers, went to L.A., hired Bill Simzik to be the producer, and had Felder play on that rest of that album. So then he was in the band. Then there was a pretty long break. Then we did One of These Nights. Of course, he played some great solos on that.